Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I'm psychotherapist and medium Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. Hi, how's everybody doing out there? Today is March 23rd, of 2023, and I saw that Renee, you had posted. I love Renee Hansel. You had talked about the miracles of 2323, and I thought that was pretty interesting because today's 23, the year is 23 also, and all of that are fives. So a lot of change beginning today goes forward. We're going to talk about some of that change here. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Janice Friedman. Oh, you want to know how James and I met and became such good friends? Well, I will answer that question. So when years ago, over 20 years ago, I had a traumatic brain injury, and I've talked a lot about that. But as a result of it, I became a medium, and then later went to grad school and became a psychotherapist. So what happened is during my awakening, because often if there's a head trauma, or if there's some illness, or if there's trauma just in general, often there can be a spiritual awakening. And I had this massive spiritual awakening. And I kept saying to my mother, the only person I know that could help me is James Van Praagh. And I knew I had never met him, but I inhaled his book, Talking to Heaven, in 1997 when it came out. I inhaled that book. My dear friend Charlene gave me a copy of it, a signed copy of it, and that's a whole other story too. But and I knew, without knowing how I could have known this, but I knew that James and I were going to meet and be best friends. I don't know how to tell anybody that, but I knew that. I knew it. And this was before I had my head injury. So then I had my head injury, and I said to my mother, I need help. I need James. I know James can help me. And it turned out that my mother, who worked with a lot of well-known people, had two friends actually that knew James. And so she reached out to one of them, and that was our angel. And this person introduced me to James. And it was a great story because James was in Italy, actually, on a cruise. And he called me from Italy, and he said, let's talk. He said, I have an hour before the cruise leaves. And so we talked from Italy for an hour, and he said, I'll be back in 2 weeks. And he said, I'll call you the moment I get back. And he did. And we've been really close ever since. And he's really helped me. Before his school came out, he individually helped me with everything to advance my mediumship and to teach me the right way to do it, and everything. I sat in developmental circles with him, and we've traveled together for many, many, many years, and just really good friends. And I'm really grateful for James in my life. So that's how we met. So thank you for asking. Mrs. Shipno. Well, first, before I get into anything, and I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Bernadette. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Dee. Hi, Robin. Hi, Karen. Hi, Joseph. Let's see. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Mel. And I will get back to a lot of these questions. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Tom. Hi, Renee. So, hi, Dee Dee from Chicagoland. Do you believe we're going to have snow? We're going to have snow over the weekend. I'm like so snowed out, frankly. But what a time. And I wanted to mention that I had my grandchildren last week, and we went to a place in the Midwest called Cave of the Mounds. Cave of the Mounds. And it was extraordinary. It's the largest cave in the Midwest. And it was so much fun. And they have all these crystals that you can buy, of course. And then my little grandson, August, was like, Gigi, you should get this. This is an amethyst. It will make you feel very special. You should get this. So I did. So there you go. And then they went back to Texas. But it was so much fun to have them here. Anyway, let's talk about some astrology, because Mars still remains out of bounds. So that still means a lot of wonky energy, out of control energy. But also we had something really special. We had the Vedic New Year, which was yesterday on the 22nd. And of course we had the new moon on the 21st. Again, Vedic astrology in Pisces. And on the 20th, I'm going backwards in reverse, but the 20th, 21st, and 22nd were really important days. And if you haven't set your intentions yet, please set your intentions, because on the Vedic New Year, again, yesterday, and a new year, the new moon, we set our intentions. And I feel that there's still time. I had a dream about that. I was telling everybody, still set your intentions of where you'd like your life to be. What would you like to do? What do you need to look at in your life? It's a great time for that. The energy is still really important for that. So I would be doing that. And Kim Ann sent this to me, and then my friend Lori sent this to me. And it's a rare event on March 27th and 28th. We have a rare alignment, and these are 5 planets that are going to be visible across the night. So at night, you'll go out and you'll be able to see Jupiter, which is it'll be in Pisces in Vedic astrology, Mercury, also in Pisces. So that'll be really interesting. Venus and Uranus, both in Aries, and then you're going to be able to see Mars. So Jupiter, Venus, Uranus, Mars, and Mercury. That's a lot. And when you get to see them, actually walking out, if it's a clear enough sky, you can see it. And I think the meaning of that is going to be really a powerful time, because all of those planets are powerful and they're in powerful signs. So we're not out of any woods yet as far as change goes in the world. And I think those planets kind of light the way, if you ask me, for change. I think we're still going to see a lot of change going on, and particularly this upcoming week, because on March 25th, it's, Mars quincunx Pluto, which means it's going to be a very intense energy on the 25th. The 25th is going to be probably a little more challenging. And then again, all these planets line up to see. So I think that the world is, we're not done with a lot of changes. We're going to have a lot of changes this year, I feel. And we've already had a lot of changes now in the banking industry. We're just going to see what else goes on. We will have a lot of new ideas of healing. And so if you have some sort of an illness or some sort of something, look for new ways of healing for these things, because I think there's going to be a lot of new changes in healing this year. A lot. So let's see. So let me take some questions here. I wanted to answer this question. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so this is from Mr. Shipino, or I don't know if I'm Mrs. Shipe. I don't know how to say that, but my father-in-law wasn't a very kind man. He disowned my husband for no good reason. And he told loads of lies and denied he had a family and made up he was an orphan, that he died. And what happens to his soul now? It's a great question. It's a great question. Woof, those kind of people, you kind of go, what? Really? So it sounds like a sociopath, or, I shouldn't diagnose him, but I will say that there's some, grandiose problems with this one. So what happens is the soul goes to the other side, and we all do a life review. Okay, so imagine his life review will be feeling what he did to other people and having to look at that, and then having to deal with that. And so that's what happens. Everything is seen, nothing is not seen in your behavior. So we'll call him a baby soul, or possibly the soul. When you see something like that, sometimes the soul doesn't connect all the way into the body. And that's what I remember Mavis Patilla talking to James and I about that at one time. So something is off with that. So, and we see this out in the world now, right? We see this out in the world with people, and they will have to do a lot of work on themselves. We'll say that. How's that? Okay. Nothing is missed from that. So let's see. So I wanted to answer, I've got a lot of other questions here. So this is from Jane Latchford. Jane, I know you wrote to my assistant and said, that I can't get to every question. I try, but I can't, it's not possible. And I know you said you'd like a reading, and your birthday is 8/19, August 19th. So August 19th is a 7 of clubs. So specifically, What lesson is for me with a broken heel? So you've got a 12-week recovery with a broken heel, and you've been laid off all at the same time. It's interesting, Jane, because a lot of us have had situations like that. So broken heel is in the 12-week recovery is to slow down, and literally being laid off will change your life, right? So why is this happening? So Seven of Clubs specifically comes to change the way they think from negative thinking. So this is all about changing the way you think. And I think in this recovery, I want you to be grateful for what you do have, because gratitude eclipses, if you will, negativity. And it would be that would be what I would say is the lesson here with this, because 12-week recovery. I mean, I just myself came out of a 12-week recovery, frankly. And there was a time when I broke I broke my foot and my arm at the same time. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. So that's all about slowing down, looking at your life, and especially as a Seven of Clubs, because Seven of Clubs comes ultimately for spirituality. So give this a time that you're having lessons on gratitude for yourself and your life. Okay. So there you go. I wanted to mention that because that was a good one. So, okay, let's see. So, Robin Vile, my son is going through a divorce. Will my grandchildren, Ryla and Bronson, be okay? So we choose before we come in our parents. We choose our mother and our father. Often, as we see a lot of divorce now, the kids that are here, the grandchildren that are here, they will learn all kinds of things. Okay, they'll learn about emotions. So they took what we call a deeper life lessons, and so they're having them probably younger. And of course, if for my grandchildren, I'd be probably saying the same thing. But in actuality, they're old souls that have taken on a lot, that will learn everything. Maybe your grandchildren later in life will be therapists, or maybe they'll learn to heal one another or heal others through this process. So you have to look at it with a different lens, honey. Okay. And I know that's hard because I'm a grandmother. I get all of that. I do. Joseph Payton. Hi, Kelly. I enjoy watching your telecast. Thanks, Joseph. Can you tell me if my wife has a message for me and should I return to work? My birthday is 11/3. So 11/3, you have to work. You're a Four of Diamonds. Four of Diamonds is all about work, and more work. And I would say, she's laughing about that, I think you're probably a worker's worker. So let's get you a card from your beloved wife, okay? And I think it is time to go back to work, because your soul does come in to do a lot of work. And also, Four of Diamonds also comes in to have a really spiritual experience. So I know that your wife passing would have given you an opportunity. She says this to you. She says, I am not dead. I'm right there. So you must be talking to her a lot, because I get this message a lot. They don't think of themselves as dead, because they're not. They're very much alive on the other side. So there you go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see. Julianne Siegel. Hi, Julianne. Now, Julianne was on our show. Hi, Julianne. She was on our show. She does feng shui. So, hi, Kelly. Is there anything you pick up that I need to know regarding the launch of my book, Change Your Space to Change Your Life? You know, it's funny, Julianne. I was actually talking to somebody about you today, because I love your work. So anybody, I think your book's going to go great. This is a perfect time to launch it, Julianne. It's a perfect time to launch it, because people right now are going to be making a lot of changes in their life. I think feng shui is an extraordinary way to help make changes in your life, because moving the energy. And in her book, a book is phenomenal. And I think James actually wrote a piece for it. Definitely, everybody, check out her book, Julianne Siegel's book, Change Your Space to Change Your Life. Even if you're making a small change in one of your rooms, it's amazing how the energy changes. So good for you. Thanks, Julianne, very much. It's going to go great. It's going to do really well. Okay, so let me see. I've got some other questions here that people have written to me. And so this is a great question. This is from Anne Marie Milne, and her birthday is 12/22, which is a 9 of hearts. And that's a very special birthday to me because it's my grandson's birthday, actually. And I love that day. 9 of Hearts, not an easy placement. So this is, it's all about, love and sacrifice on some level. So I've always wondered, you guys talk about, she says, how we pick our family. And she says to pick our parents. Yes, we pick our parents. She said, how does that work? And she said, if you're adopted at birth and your mom gives you up, did I choose my birth mom or my adopted mom? So in cases of that, first of all, let's talk about this. You definitely pick your birth parents, okay? The mother, the father. You definitely pick that. We have a soul group that comes together, and maybe the birth parents, you needed this from that one and this from that one. But the one that was going to be the adopted mother, you would definitely have had an agreement with the adopted mother and father. Definitely. And everybody would have had an agreement on this. Okay. For whatever reason, this is how your soul was going to learn all kinds of things. Maybe forgiveness, maybe compassion, deep lessons. In adoption, there's deep lessons to be learned for everybody. So I think it's a very significant situation, and a lot of love. There's a lot of love that can be had during these kind of situations. So much healing can go on in that. But yes, it's chosen on the other side. We choose that before we come in. So I hope that helps. So let me get some more questions here. Let's see. Okay. Ellen Fuller. Hi, Kelly. I need to know my daughter and her husband are okay. July 19th and February 20th. As James would say, why would they not be okay? So July 19th is a 9 of clubs. So 9 of clubs comes to complete something. And her husband is February 20th, 5 of diamonds. Actually, always surrounded by angels. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, but that's about all I can answer probably on that one, Ellen. So, I mean, that might be a session from them. I get the sense that they're going to be okay. All right. I hope that helps. So, okay. So let me go to some more comments here and questions. Let's see here. Okay. Susan Hogan. Hi, Kelly. I would like to know what direction I should be taking in my right path now, or what my life path is. Well, Susan, that I don't know because I don't have a birth date here, but I can tell you that this is a perfect time right now to start maybe looking at what is it that you have always wanted to do? Maybe looking at it that way. And you can start with your imagination. You can start with, if I could do this, because imagination opens up everything here for you. And since I don't have your birth date, I can't give you the exact thing that you're probably looking for with your life path. Okay, but maybe if you can put it in the comments, I will see that. All right, Susan. Dee Dee, is that an amethyst? Yes. Yes, it's an amethyst on gold. Yes, absolutely beautiful all around. Thank you, Dee Dee. Yep, that's my little grandson chose that for me. Thank you. Okay. Murphy Lee. Hi, Kelly. Nice to be here listening to you. Thank you. I wonder if I will be able to find a quiet and comfortable home. I've been looking for a year and a half, living in a place I don't actually like. I would like to live in peace. February 21. Now, February 21 you would definitely need to have some peace because that's, again, a 4 of diamonds. 4 of diamonds is all about work, working hard, and spirituality. So you would definitely need a space that you are comfortable in. Yes, you will find it probably this year, honey. You'll probably find it this year. This year changes up a lot. First of all, a lot of people are exiting the planet, and a lot of new things come up this year. And with that means that new homes would be available, new things would be available. So I think that you will find exactly what you're looking for this year. Okay. Oh, Sherry, I have to answer this. I have a pair of, hold on a second. Renee, I have a pair of doves in my garden this past week. Is that a sign? They sit on my fence and look at each other. So Sherry, I have been talking about doves all day today. So we have a pair of doves at our house too. And I've been with clients all day thinking about doves. It's the wildest thing. They just keep popping in my brain. So I have to comment on that. So doves are really significant. They bring love. They bring hope. They bring faith. They bring compassion. So doves are a wonderful, wonderful sign. Often they will be our loved ones too. So, but I love that, Sherry. Thank you for putting that down. Okay, Renee, I'm sorry. Do you want to put that comment back up? Hi, Clara Hargreaves. Do you know, Clara, my grandmother's name was Clara. I love that. Hello, Kellee and Renee. Oh, was that was it? Oh. Well, that was it. Okay. Hi, Crystal Cook. Hi, Kellee. Love your show. Listening from New Zealand. Hi, Crystal Cook. Well, let me give you a card just for listening from New Zealand. I really appreciate that. Do you know, I have never been to New Zealand. I've been to Australia, but I've never been to New Zealand. But everybody I know loves it, loves it, loves it. Okay, Crystal, let's get you a card here. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So there you go, Crystal. I love your name. I love Crystal Cook. That's a great name. All right, honey, take care of yourself. Hi, Mimi Me. I love, love, love the show. Thank you. Well, let's get you a card, Mimi. That's so sweet. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Oh, I love that. And I love it with the Buddha there. I'm really getting into Buddhas these days. I love that. Thank you. Okay, Shelly Gaines. Hi there. Glad to be here. I have a question about my mother. We have a toxic relationship, and I worry about her advancing age. She has said some really hurtful things to me, and I would like to know if they are true about my cousin. It caused me great worry and pain. So 226. So I have a lot to say about this one. Hold on a second. Let me just look at 226. Is a queen of clubs. So your brain, to have a mother like that would be rough, because queen of clubs, they almost have a brain that has a brain. They worry about everything. They come in with extreme intuition. So I do know, Shelly, that you're wildly intuitive. And I know that health issues would be something that on your brain. And if you had an idea about somebody, it would be accurate. Okay. So whatever your is, so your mother, it sounds like your mother is extremely difficult. And I don't know the rest of the story here, but does she fit into a personality disorder? Possibly. So having said that, as they get older, they almost always get worse. They don't get, although I have heard of some people that have gotten, I don't know, through dementia, the opposite happened. They all of a sudden got nicer. That could happen. I have seen the uglier side of that. So it's a tough one. I mean, when you have a mother like that, it's a tough one. And I'm sure. So here's the thing. I don't know that about your cousin. You'd have to answer that, cousin, that you would actually have the answer, because you're so damn psychic. You would know the answer to that. But also, if you can, set as many boundaries with your mother as possible. If you can. It's difficult when you have a mother like that or a father like that. Really, really challenging. So I'm sorry, Shelly, but let me get you a card, honey, okay? Doubt. I guess they're on a roll today. I release the need to know all the answers. Okay, so do the best you can with your situation. All right, it's a tough one, honey. Thank you for letting me know you're here. Hi, Trudy Dane. Hi, Kellee. Can I get a card from my spirit guides? Yes, you can. So I should say, everybody, I've been using James's Soul's Journey. These are great cards. I also use James's Talking to Heaven cards, and I'm using his messages from the guides. I love James's stuff. He's got great stuff. So let's get a card for you, for your spirit guide. Oh, I was shuffling so many cards with the kids. We were playing Uno. I started to shuffle these. I don't have the time to shuffle them. Okay, Trudy, here we go. Appreciate your talents. And you are 822. So 822 is a 4 of clubs. And 4 of clubs, well, I'm a 4 of clubs. I love 4 of clubs. Appreciate your talents. And one of the talents of a 4 of clubs is communication and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. So appreciate your talents, honey. Okay, thanks for writing in. Angela Gulla. Hi, Angela. Would like to know what it means when you keep seeing your birthday number, 717. Oh, that's definitely what you probably programmed yourself before you incarnated. So you probably were asking before we come in, I feel that the numbers, the 1111 or certain numbers that we see all the time, especially those 111s and 1111, I believe that we programmed them before we incarnated to help wake us up. And I think that you're special enough that you said, screw it, I'm not going to do 1111. I'm going to do my own birthday number, 717. And that would mean something to you. So every time you see those numbers, know that your guides are around, know that your a message is there waiting, or maybe even that whatever is going on in that moment, pay a lot of attention to. So 717 and July 17th is a Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs is one of the most psychic placements out there, one of the most intuitive, and one of the most creative. Anytime you hear me say Jack of anything, the Jack of Clubs, wildly creative. So I bet you on the other side, you're like, oh, I'm so creative, I'm going to use my own numbers. So go for you. Good for you. That is good. Okay, I've got to answer some other questions here. Govita Govender. Kavita Govender. I'm going to give you a card from your guides, honey, because I didn't get you a card last time. Okay, here's your card, sweetheart. Live your bliss. Live your bliss. Okay, live your bliss. And I think that's a very good message. Here we go. And this is from Gina Marie. Gina, she said, I would love a card. And in the past 10 months, I've taken on a lot more work, and I'm on the cusp of receiving a big promotion at work after being patient for 4 years. Bravo. During the same time, though, I have some water leaks in my home. And the first started in the shower. Then there was black mold. And then there was a sliding glass that we just fixed. And it sounds like there was a lot of water problems. So, and I know your birthday is 6/28. And I know you think you're a Cancer water baby, but in actuality, you would be a Gemini in Vedic astrology. Okay, so let me just say, but 6/28 is a 2 of clubs, and 2 of clubs is that's the card. That birthday is to overcome fear. So with all the water in your house, that's all of this is happening, I would say water is emotion, and I would say what kind of emotion is going on in your house, because I think that's an important one there for you. So pay attention to your emotions or what's going on, because whenever there's water, it always goes with emotion. And by the way, everybody, if you have dreams of water, any type of dreams of water, also everything has to do with emotion with that. So just kind of remember that. Say, oh, I had a dream I was in the ocean, or I had a dream I was in the water. It's all about emotion. This I have to answer too. Janet Zara Wiltshire. She said, and your birthday is 3/16, which is a 7 of diamonds, and your daughter's birthday too. So both you and your daughter were born on March 16th. Wow. 7 of diamonds. We call that the millionaire card. It also means that it's all about creating and doing really well in life, particularly with money, as long as you're spiritual. So it's all about a spiritual life here. And you say that you're going on the cruise with us. How great is that? It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's the cruise with James Van Prague to Alaska. And that is going to be so fun. And that is in the end of, let me see, it's like August 20 something. I don't have the dates in front of me. 18th, maybe for a week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So please join us if you're able to. And I wanted to get to this question. This is from Luann Ford. And this is a really great question, Luann. Thank you for asking this. She said, your significant other is divorced. She said, you never marry them. Okay. And then they pass away. She said, will you see them again? And yes. So here's the thing, Luann. Yes, you'll see your significant ones again. Doesn't matter if you weren't married to them. Doesn't matter if they divorced. It doesn't matter any of that. Okay. If there's a connection, there's a connection. And again, we come together in soul groups. And so, yes, you would see him again. I mean, you would. Absolutely. And I also want to talk about, oh yeah, please, stepping into the spirit world. Please join us. It's going to be a great, great cruise. A lot of fun people will be there. James and I will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of dancing, and and a lot of learning and a lot of deep spirituality. And it's really going to be a terrific time for everybody. So please join us if you are able to. But I have a lot of widows that have come to me. You know, I go through different phases of seeing lots of different people. And right now I'm working with a lot of women who've lost their loved one. They're really deep experiences in love. I mean, just the deepest soulmate connections. And so I've heard from a lot of them that they have been, you know, concerned would their husband wait for them. And of course, when there's been this deep love, absolutely, they are there. They don't go on. They wait. They might, let's say, you know, go to some concerts on the other side. They might play. I've had husbands that say, oh, I'm playing golf, you know, that kind of thing. But they always wait for their loved one here, if it's that type of a deep connection. Now, I've had other people that, you know, have been married and didn't really matter. And so one goes this way and one goes that way. But in a deep connection, married or not, a deep connection is a deep connection. And that person stays and waits for that person. So please know that. Okay. So, and having said that, Vicki, I want to give you a card from your beloved husband. Okay. Because I was thinking about you a lot today, and I want to give you a card. Here we go, honey. This is for you, Vicki. I feel healthy and happy. Okay? He's healthy and happy. Mike is healthy and happy. And I know he's waiting for you, Vicki. Okay? It's not your time. Don't even think about it. Not your time. Okay? Elizabeth Lemire, is it possible to channel or trance without even having understanding of what it is? It is, Elizabeth. It is. Thank you for asking that question. So when I started down this road, after, again, I had a head injury, I started channeling. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. It just started happening to me. And I at the time, I didn't have any experience with dealing with it. Now it's a different story. And it's a very different story. But yeah, you can do that if you don't even have an understanding of it. If you're starting to do that, Elizabeth, I would absolutely take a course with, I think Tony Stockwell teaches channeling or trance. He does trance mediumship. I don't know who else does, but you can look him up, Tony Stockwell. He's terrific. And or you could even take Mediumship 1 with James. I think he has Mediumship 1 going, and that might really help because he talks about that. And I mean, James and I should do another show. We've done a show on trance before, but I'll write it down. Okay, because yes, it can start happening spontaneously if there's been some sort of opening. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you for that question. Okay, Mel. Hi, Mel. You know what? I have to say, my cousin just passed away, and her name was Mel. She just passed away. Her funeral was this week. So when I saw your name, I was like, oh my God, kind of caught me by surprise. Hi, Mel. Recently I felt and seen you've seen fairies. Does this have anything to do with the equinox? So your birthday is 9/28. Could have something to do with the equinox. I have seen fairies. They exist. I mean, I was not a fairy person. And by the way, fairies are very, if you see them, it's because they want you to see them. And if you don't see them, it's because they don't want you to see them. They're the most fussy of fuss budgets you could ever imagine, fairies. So you have felt them and seen them. That's amazing. And the equinox on the spring you're talking about, sure, absolutely. It could have a lot to do with that because spring does bring out a lot. When I started having spiritual experiences, it was the first thing I actually saw was God, how do you say this? Like a little person, like a oh my God, not a fairy, but something in that category. And it was shocking, actually, shocking to me. But they exist. It all exists. So, and you are 9/28. 9/28 is a Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is about sacrifice. It's about love. It's about really giving your heart. So you would have to probably experience a lot. You will experience a lot of love in this life and a lot of deep, like profound moments. And if fairies bring you a lot of joy, that would be amazing for you. Okay. Gail Jean, do you believe you can change what you contracted in here for? Well, it depends, Gail. It's a great question. I think we all contract before we come in, we sign our contracts, and honest to God, it's a big deal. We're going to learn this, we're going to learn that. And I guess I think you can change things along the way, but the big ticket items, which would be kindness, compassion, love, be nice to somebody, those kind of things. Those are just staples in everybody's contract, I think. But yeah, I think that you can probably along the way. I'm not sure what you'd want to change from to this, but also the other thing is let's say in our contract, we're going to have certain traumas, then the contract would be, okay, you've had the traumas. Let's go through the traumas. Let's heal the traumas and move forward, because life is all about moving forward. Healing, moving forward, healing, moving forward. So I hope that answers that question for you. Judy Freeman. Hi, Judy. So hi, that's my friend. Left work and went to Burbank Shelter in search of a multi-poo. Divine direction. Found a dog. Quest. Need to make an appointment for visit to adopt. Ooh, Judy, great time. And I know you lost your beloved dog. So, and a multi-poo, how cool. And guess what, Judy? What I think today is National Puppy Day. I think it was. I saw it on the Today Show this morning, National Puppy Day. So what a great, oh, Judy, I can't wait to see. How great. Oh, that'll happen, Judy. That'll be great. Okay, Renee Knifeller. Hi, any input for me? So you are June 21st. June 21st is a 9 of clubs. So 9 of clubs comes to complete something in this life. A 9 is always about completion. A 9 of clubs has a lot to do with learning, education, learning. Things might not feel fair, Renee, to you, and yet they will have been finished. Often what I find, particularly with males of 9 of clubs, I find they're fascinated by things like the mafia, things like kind of shadowy things. Like they like to learn about shadowy things. I don't know why that is, but it's been everybody I've ever known as a 9 of clubs has that kind of thing they're fascinated with. Like they're fascinated about human behavior, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a good one. 9 of clubs is great. Is it one of my favorites? So good. That's good. Okay, Nancy Connolly, could you explain? Oh, hold on a second. Could you explain a little more about 5 of diamonds? So 5 of diamonds, Nancy, is about self-worth. Often I will see, so a 5 of diamonds comes in to learn about themselves, to feel good about themselves, to push through any boundaries. If somebody had said you're worthless or any of that, they come in to learn to trust their own instincts. And whatever anybody thinks of them, they have to let it go. And also there are always a lot of angels around a 5 of diamonds. And on the other side of that, many times, not always, but many times, I will see a 5 of diamonds with 5 marriages or 5 big relationships or 5 children. Like the number 5 comes in a lot with 5 of diamonds. So I hope that helps. All right, Renee, I'm sorry. Did you want to put that back up? Jody Dinsmore. Hi, Jody. Going through a lot with my parents and mother-in-law, July 4th. I have heard that from so many people, Jody, so many people going through a lot of things. So let's get you a message from your guides. Let me get you a message from your guides. And you are July 4th. July 4th, the United States birthday, is a Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds has enough energy to kind of like pop out of a cake. So one thing about a Jack of Diamonds, you can't take on and do the work for somebody else. So a Jack of Diamonds is very creative. They're the first ones literally to run in and go, okay, you need help with that? I'm going to do that for you. Or I'm going to do that for you. And yeah, so I would say set boundaries, Jody. I would say set a lot of boundaries. Message from the guide is an odd one, but death is an illusion. So I'm not sure what that message from the guide is. Death is an illusion here. So I don't know if you have lost other people, but you've got lovely ones around you, because death is an illusion. Okay. So Karen Sweeney, my feline friends are extra, and I like that. My feline friends are extra energized. Is this because of a recent new moon or new energies? I think it's a combination, Karen. I think this is a new year. As far as in Vedic astrology, we say that on the 22nd of March is the new year. And just like Oh, and the equinox too brought in a whole bunch of energy, right? So yeah, I think that animals, of course, pick this up, of course. So definitely. Eric Bauer, hi Kelly. I built some momentum about producing a TV show about a psychic medium, actually. But after the new year, I've kind of lost touch with the author and other producers and wondering if it's too late. I feel kind of embarrassed. I've been out of touch. My birthday is 7/14, but I'm a 2 of diamonds. Okay. 12:31 a.m. daylight savings time. Okay, so 2 of diamonds. So why wouldn't you try to get back in touch again with it? I don't think it's too late. I think that this last couple of years have been, what an oddball time, right? The last 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, really kind of odd things. I wouldn't feel embarrassed about it, especially a 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds comes to build something creatively. And if you are so inclined to do this, then start doing it. I mean, 7/14. Now, 7/14 is an ace of diamonds. So you are 7/14. No, it says you're a 2 of diamonds, but I'm a little confused because 7/14 is actually an ace of diamonds. Ace of diamonds and a 2 of diamonds are pretty similar on a lot of levels. Ace of diamonds can push through anything. So can a 2, though. 2s usually need a lot of people around them to help them. But anyway, do it, honey. Don't worry about it. I would just start doing it. Jump into that saddle and do it again. Okay. Hi, Frank Sullivan. I'm going to give you a card, Frank. I'm going to give you a card. Okay, Frank, hold on a second. Frank, this is for you, Frank Sullivan. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. There you go. That's for you. Okay. Okay, Melinda Point. Hi, my birthday is 11/30. Will I be okay? I've had some health issues right now and I want to change my life to make sure I'm healthy and I'm taking care of myself. Well, Melinda, 11/30 is a 3 of hearts. And 3 of hearts is, let's see, very mindful of their emotions. And because of they're mindful of their emotions, they also, on the flip side of that, have to be mindful of their body. And so remember, it's mind, body, and soul. So yes, I would say this, Melinda, make sure that you do take care of yourself, okay? Because it's important for all of us. And yes, you'll be okay. Just start being cognizant of that. I think that's really, really good. Patty Campbell, hi Kelly, 11/14. I had a great session with you last year. Oh, thank you, honey. And a reading from Carolyn Mumalo last week. Oh, great. You both do such wonderful work. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Patty, how great. So Carolyn Mumalo, you guys, she's great. She's a card reader. So I don't mean like this kind of cards. She actually has a playing deck and she is fantastic. I had a session with her and it was fantastic. I could not get over it. She's really something. So Patty, thank you. And you are 11/14, and 11/14 is a 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs comes to speak their truth and sensitivity. And I know that you love your animals and you're just an all-around amazing soul. So let's get you a card, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. There you go, balance. 6s, 6 of clubs, balance. Okay. So let's see. Amelia Marie. Hi, Kelly. I'm 113. How can I raise my vibration? I'm trying very hard not to let delays bring me down. So one of the life lessons is called delay. I'm telling you, the universe has a special way of when we slow down, the right thing happens. Like they make this happen for us. Like we've planned very well on the other side. You can't force something to happen. So in the meantime, here's what I would be doing. I mean, don't let delays, everybody in life, there will be delays. There will be things you don't get, things that, seemingly take forever. And then all of a sudden things happen. It's just Earth the way it operates here. Okay, Amelia? So I don't want you to worry. And January 13th is an ace of spades. So ace of spades is about between the mundane world and the spiritual world. And so you have to actually, to raise your vibration, you have to let go of any expectation that you are wanting to have at this moment. Because if you were born in the deepest part of the ocean, anybody that was between January 1st and January 13th has a deep life. And you've got to learn gratitude to raise your vibration, stay in meditation to raise your vibration, eat really healthy, read good, ingest in your mind really good thoughts, really good affirmations. And that's how your vibration rises. Letting go of any negativity raises our vibration very quickly, actually. And I know that it can be done, and I know that it takes work, and you put that work into yourself. You can do it. There's nothing an ace of spades can't do. Okay. But let go of any delay. I mean, let go of any expectations of anything with that. Okay. Hope that helps. Okay. So here we go. Let us see here. Catherine Bloom. Wait, I have to get, let me just see this. Catherine Bloom. I'm 1230, which is an ace of hearts, and my twin flame is 1116. Can I quit incarnating and not wait for him to evolve? I don't think I would wait for anybody to evolve. And twin flame is a funny thing. I mean, that might be a romantic idea that you have. So twin flames, I have seen on occasion, and it's a rare occasion, a couple of people that I know that have been twin flames, meaning that it's like they're the other half of one another. And usually when this occurs, one stays on the other side and one comes down here. Every once in a while, you'll see a really in-depth relationship like that. And every once in a while, it's rare, but I have seen it. Can I quit incarnating and not wait for him to evolve? I wouldn't wait for anybody to evolve. I hope I can answer that right. I just wouldn't. I would be concerned with myself and my evolvement. And I think everybody should be. I think everybody should work on themselves. So I hope, Catherine, that. And you're an Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts is what we call one of the new souls here for love, to experience love. All right. So anyway, I hope that helps. Gail Jean. I'm 8-7. Do you feel people can change what they contract in here once they get here? I think I answered that. Yes, I think that, and you are 8-7, so 8-7. So on your birthday is August 7. And that's a 6 of diamonds. So here's the thing about a 6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds ultimately is dealing with old wounds of abandonment. And so there would be experiences possibly of abandonment issues, so you can feel whole, so you can learn to take care of yourself in an amazing way. So also balance is really important, and financial balance, and the worry of financial responsibility comes in with us. That, so can you change that once they get here? I think if you work on an issue enough, yeah, absolutely, then the next set of interesting things that you would be learning. I hope that answers that. Renee Hounsel. Hi, Renee. Please, Kelly, a question about the portal. Is this something as a collective our energy opens, or is it that something pre-planned by that masters and angels and guides for us in alignment with the astrology? I think it's a great question. It could be a combination of both, that our energy could open portals. Portals take us to other dimensions, basically. And is this something we think of as a collective, or there's a lot of pre-planned portals, Renee? So a lot of pre-planned portals with the masters, ascended masters that would have had, certain portals here. So can we just open up a portal? I've seen a lot of portals open. So it's a good question, though. Yeah, I hope I answered that the best way I can. Okay. Hi, Ella. You look absolutely lovely tonight. Oh, thanks, Ellie. That's very sweet of you. It's because of my pendant. Costin Ionica. Today is my birthday. 3/24, 1993, Aries and Moon, Leo Ascendant. Anything useful for me? So, first of all, here's something useful. I would say you are a Pisces. I know you're going to be like, no, Kelly, I'm an Aries. But I'm going to tell you from a Vedic perspective, and I can't do your moon and your sun right, or your moon and your ascendant right now, but I would say that you would be actually known as a Pisces. And if your birthday is on the 24th, this is going to be a big year for you. A lot has happened in the last 3 days we've had, these are really powerful days. So I would say on the 24th, your birthday, happy birthday. And I think it's going to be a big year for you. And on the 24th, let me just tell you a little more. March 24th, if anybody's birthday is March 24th, you are a queen of clubs. So Costin, that means that you think like a female. You've got a female brain. I mean, you're clearly male, but you've got a female brain here. And you're wildly intuitive. And queens of clubs are really successful. They come in to help others. They come in to give advice to people. I've seen a lot of doctors, a lot of business people with that placement. So it's a good one. Okay. But I say you're a Pisces. So there you go. That's what I say. Paula Powers. Hi, Paula. I've listened and learned so much for the past few years as you pair psychotherapy and intuitive spiritual path. Oh, thank you. I've been called to pair my nursing career with my healing touch practice. Great. And my clients are having awesome outcomes and angel loved one visitation. However, I'm uncertain how best to promote this as a side business. Thoughts? Yes. So you're an ace of spades. Ace of spades can do business and deep spirituality. It's a perfect combination. I have chills, Paula. I think you're going to do great with this. What are you uncertain of how to promote this? Well, I mean, if it's, it's all about healing. So you would promote it in a way that people can understand that it will be a spiritual healing, and you've got a nursing background for it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Ace of spades always comes down to can do business really well too. So you'll figure out how to do that. But I think it's awesome. I think we're going to see people that are combining different things with spirituality. I actually have, who was it yesterday? I saw a client who was going to work in corporations with spirituality. And boy, it's so needed. And I know there are some companies that are doing this now, but I love the idea of opening people up spiritually coming from a very grounded place. So as a nurse, you'd be very grounded and also doing this. It's a lovely, fantastic, natural next place to go with it. Okay, bravo. Thank you for letting me know you're doing that. Sinfinity. Hi, Sin. Hi, Kelly from Seattle. We will see you on the cruise. Yay. That's going to be so fun. So your dad passed on September 8th. May I get a card? I sure miss him. Absolutely. I have chills here. He's going to be on that cruise. That's for darn sure. Oh my gosh. You should see the loved ones on the other side when we do these cruises, because water is a conductor of this energy. It's unbelievable. And at the end of the cruise, what happens is we start taking pictures, like the last day in the room that we're in. You will not believe the pictures, the orbs that are there, the energy. When you walk in the room, you'll see the energy, how it just feels different. And again, my sister went on the cruise, but did not take the class with James, but went on the cruise with us many times, lots of times. And she never once took the class. But she would talk to me about the changes in people. She would see, the sheer change, the lightness of people, she said. And for my sister to see it was really amazing because she wasn't part of it. She would just witness it. So anyway, let me get you a card from your dad. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. I love that from your dad. And I agree with that. Always choose love. And somebody had asked me a question about making choices. And I don't remember if it was, let me see if I can find this because it was a good question. No, I don't. Actually, I don't have it here. I thought I did. But somebody asked me about how do you make a good choice. You weigh the answer before you just leap into it. You actually think and what is a good choice for me? Is this a better choice? Or you have to be really an adult and know thyself really well. And then you can make good choices. I think it's really important to make good choices in life. I do. I think about that a lot. I didn't use, when I was young, I would just go like, whoop, whatever, whoop. And I had a boyfriend once who's passed on the other side, and he would say, you don't think, do you? You just do. And I would say, yeah, that's correct. I don't think. I just do. And he was right. Now that I'm older, I actually think a lot about a choice. I do. Even though I'm very wildly intuitive, I still think about them. Lisa Oglesby. Hi, Lisa. I've been trying to find my spiritual side. My birthday is 9/7/62. I'm not having any luck with finding my spirit guide. So you've been wanting to find your spirit guide, your spiritual side, and your spirit guide. Okay, so 9/7, September 7, is a 4 of diamonds. So today's date, we'll call today a 4 of diamonds day. Here's the third 4 of diamonds. So 4 of diamonds, always. You have not missed a boat. It's 4 of diamonds. We call this like a Ford truck. because there's so many that can take a lot and they work a lot, but they love their freedom. And at the age of, I think you're 62, 62 or 63 now. That is an age, I might be off by it, maybe you're 60, but 61. But that age is where after the second Saturn return, for a Four of Diamonds particularly, it's about finding your spiritual path. You haven't missed a boat. This is about pretty typical. I would start doing things like yoga, meditation, Tai Chi. Any of that can bring your spiritual side, and you always have guides around. You've got 2 guides around you, honey. So just sit with them, ask them their names if you need them, if that's even important. But it's not a left brain activity. It's a right brain activity. That means you're sitting, listen to, maybe do a guided meditation to meet your spirit guides. That's a great idea. And I think that James on his website, I think he might have guided meditations. And if he doesn't, just Google guided meditations for spirit guides and you'll get some amazing ones that'll come out. And they're really helpful for people with a left brain. You know, if you're walking down a road and you get to the beach, you're walking on the sand, you look up and there's your spirit guide. I mean, something along those lines. That's not it at all, but it tells your brain what to do. So then it's easier. So it's a good thing if you need that. Okay. All right, honey. May, I had a dream last night about finding eggshells in a shower. The water was not on. Any thoughts or ideas about that? The feeling was just like interesting, not a bad feeling, just neutral. So eggshells. So it begs the question, have you been walking on eggshells? I don't know anything about your background, but have you been walking on eggshells? And you're in a shower and the water's not on. So you're cut off emotionally. What is going on? You're walking on eggshells. You've got eggshells there. Something's fragile. There's a fragility here. And the water's not even on. So I would really look at that because that's, I wonder if you're in touch with your emotions. That's what I would say. So anyway, hi, Karen. Hi, Kelly. Can you explain 9 of Clubs? Thank you. Yes, I was just talking about a 9 of Clubs earlier. 9 of Clubs is somebody who comes to complete many things in this lifetime. And it will mean this. Things may not feel fair. Something ends, you don't understand how or why, but many things will come to an end in this lifetime. And it's a very advanced placement. The 9 of Clubs is very advanced. Often they're healers. Okay, so I hope that helps a lot with everything. So everybody, I think I still have some spaces for April. If anybody would like a session, I think I have sessions in April left. And on Monday, James and I are doing a show on past life regression. So James is actually going to do a meditation about past lives. And we're going to talk about past lives. So please join us on Monday. It's going to be a fabulous show on Monday. So take care, everybody. Be good to yourself. Take care.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.